So last trading session was a tepid one as far as the Wall Street is concerned, and I've been very vocal about the price action if you're looking at Dow Jones, S&P and Nasdaq, and I have a specific thought that this is not the trend reversal. This is just a knee-jerk reaction, or I would say dizziness, which you can see when all the indices are making some new moves, and more specifically when Dow Jones was indeed trading very near or at the resistance. So some sort of fatigue or dizziness does comes in, and the market tries to shake off the overextended longs, and that has happened, and you can now probably see a near term, at least a short term support has been formed. Okay, so now let us see what's happening as far as the as far as today's price action is concerned, or what one can expect as far as the index movement in S&P, Dow Jones and Nasdaq on 30th of November 2022. Okay, so here we are. So if you're looking at Dow Jones, this is the range, or these are the next couple of levels that we need to look at. So what we are focusing on Dow Jones right now is your immediate support of 33,807, and you're gonna have your stop loss at 33,767 on the downside. So these are going to be your two important support level and stop loss on the downside. Most specifically, an uptrend will only start, any short term movement will only start once the Dow Jones or DJI started trading above 33,916 and 33,941. So these are going to be the next two immediate targets, but it would be important for the Dow Jones to surpass and sustain above both these levels, because you can see this red line. This is nothing but the 200-day SMA, and for any upswing, Dow Jones must start trading above its 200-day moving average, which is very near to 33,941. So it was at 34,000. So obviously this will get combined, and you will see a price action towards 33,900 and 33,940, which may extend up to its 200-day simple moving average as far as the immediate trading session is concerned. But please don't go below 33,800 and 33,767 on the downside. Now talking about the S&P 500, which I think has been flat. So you can clearly see it's a no kind of price action, because we have seen that both Dow Jones and Nasdaq impact this index, but instead of that, the levels or the trends are very skewed, and we have very limited price action, which we have seen in S&P 500. And here also what we need to focus on is 3950. Please don't go below, or place your long trade below 3950. If it continues to sustain above 3950, we have 3964 for S&P or SPX, and the target may expand up to 3976. And here also the same case, the 200-day simple moving average, which is at 3981. So these are the next couple of target, but we have a very strict stop loss at 3950. Please don't go below that, because if the trend, what the trend is suggesting you, this is a downside move, and this is like a consolidation that's been going on, and if it falls below 3950, the downside will resume again. So this kind of pattern is actually negative. So we have to make sure that it is not falling below 3950, and that's why I'm saying that for SPX, don't go below 3950 on the downside. On the upside, I have already told you. Talking about the high beta indices, which is Nasdaq, and if you are looking at Nasdaq is actually much more negative, because there is nothing, and the probability is either it will give you a time correction, or if the price correction has to happen, then it has to go much lower than the current price action. Okay, so here we are, and the levels that we are going to look at will be as follows. So on the downside we have 10,949. This is going to be your stop loss, and on the upside we have 11,010 and we have 11,018. And out of these three, it looks much more negative. But one thing which is which we need to look at, and so here we are. So the only silver lining is if it started trading above 11,018 and most specifically above its 200 simple moving average or the red line, okay, then you will think of an upside action. Right now, even if there is a big sharp bounce back in the trading session, it will find resistance at 200-day moving average. But what we can see as far as the trend is concerned is 10,949 on the downside and 11,010 and 11,018. So it's a very range bound price action that one can expect in Nasdaq. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.